Here we have a 1975 Kawasaki F7 175cc two-stroke rotary valve engine. This one is almost all original. The paint and patina is as it was when I purchased it from the original owner. The tank paint is in exceptionally good condition. This is the, I don't know, brown or bronze metallic color that is all original. Tank, or the seat itself, is the original vinyl seat. This is not a recover. Still in fantastic condition, very pliable, not hardened at all. I don't know of any spots that I can find on this that have any holes or tears or rips. So really, really good condition. Original seat. Fork seals have been replaced along with new rubber dust seals here. So those leaked quite a bit when I first got it, and so I rebuilt them, put new seals in, replaced the fluid, and cleaned them up a little bit. Let's see, 2,542 current miles on it. Again, all original miles, so pretty low mileage bike overall. All the electrics work, turn signal. So we got neutral and brake lights, both the levers and the foot switch both work. Headlight. Turn the headlight on. I think the bike has to be running for the headlights to be on. Get to that in a second. Horn works, turn signals work when the bike is running. Pretty low voltage to try to get them to turn when it's not running. But so you got the right key for the seat. Battery's been replaced with a Motobat 6-volt AGM battery, and that's in good condition, holds a good charge. The air filter was replaced with a uni filter. It's just a foam style uni filter. I do have the original factory cage for that as well, which is getting kind of hard to come by. But you kind of see the condition of the rack and the rear fender, as well as the underside of the seat. So everything's in really pretty good condition for what it is. The oiling system is fully functional, so just keep oil in there. I did replace these hard lines as well. I found a set on eBay that were in better condition than the ones that I had, so I swapped those on. And the vacuum petcock was replaced. The original has two lines that come up here. One is for fuel, one's for vacuum. And the petcock is vacuum actuated. That vacuum petcock often gets holes in the diaphragm and stops working. So I replaced that with a just standard petcock. I can't remember exactly what model this is off of. This might be like a Banshee or a Raptor petcock. But I did cap off this hole. I 3D printed a little cap right there, and was able to cap that off nice and cleanly. So the again, the oiling system is fully functional. Cylinder head fins, there's nothing broken there. The original rubbers are all still in place. Even this little idle adjust access is in good condition and in place. There is this little diaphragm pump down here, which is often blocked off, but I wanted to keep it fully functional, and so I found a new old stock one on eBay, and that was not specifically very cheap, but wanted to keep things as original as possible, so swapped that out. I went through the original one, and the diaphragms in that were still in good condition. They weren't hardened or didn't have any corrosion inside there. So I still have that. Should I don't know, anybody ever want it. But yeah, the lenses are in good condition. They're not cracked or broken. You know, again, all original, everything here. So I'm pretty sure the tires are actually original tires. I don't know how to read date codes on tires, but they're the Dunlop Trials Universal tires, and even they're in really remarkable condition considering potentially how old this is. I usually replace the tires and tubes on old bikes just on principle, but you know, looking these over, you know, they really were not dry rotted, weren't worn out in any capacity, and so I've kind of left these as original without really doing much at all to it. So let's see what else. I did replace the chain with a gold link chain just for the extra little pizzazz. I figured it matched the 70s vibe with the nice bronze tank. Exhaust is in really good shape. You know, the cover there's got, again, all original paint, really nice and clean. Not a lot of rust or corrosion or anything going on there at all. So let's see, crank seals. I did the crank seals on both sides, so popped that off, popped the stator and everything assemblies off, and replaced those with factory Kawasaki seals, so those are in good shape. Well, one other interesting note that I often get questions on this is, you know, what these chains are for, and these were basically brush guards to stop grass or branches or twigs from getting in between the case and levers. It's got those both on the shifter side as well as the brake side, which is kind of interesting. Not something you necessarily see a lot of on old bikes anymore. They've often gotten taken off and put who knows where. So I'm gonna pop this carb cover off and show you the inside of that so you can see the carb that has been, you know, gone through as well. This bike's been sitting since I started it last Saturday. There's still, you know, fuel in the lines, so if it was going to be doing any leaking, it would have definitely leaked by now. So I'm going to pop that off here and show you the inside. All right, let's pop that off and can kind of see inside the side cover here, and yeah, it doesn't look like anything's been leaking after sitting for a little while. So, you know, it looks nice and clean and everything's in good shape. I did go through this carb completely, and you can see right here that's a cap for that vacuum line that actuates the vacuum petcock. Just cap that off so that you know, it's not going to be running lean or sucking anything in that shouldn't be in there. Again, you can see the oil feed lines there in really good condition. Again, found a really nice set on eBay. Swapped out the old ones because they were nicer than what I had. Yeah, I'll open up the oil pump port as well so we can get a good look at that, since that's pretty easy to get to. All right, kind of have to hold down this kickstart lever here in order to show you this, but yeah, here's the oil pump system. Again, you know, nothing's leaking there. There's no real oil pooled up in there or anything, so that looks like it's in great shape, which is awesome, and fully functional. Adjusted and everything to all the right specs, and she smokes away just right, just as much as you want. I typically run AMSOIL injector or AMSOIL interceptor fluids, which are made for injector systems, and I don't know, it smells the best. I guess that's my scent preference. So, and I'll button all this back up, but I guess while I'm here, might as well also pop out the toolbox. So this is the original Kawasaki tool kit, which is pretty cool. It really has all of the Kawasaki branded tools, which to me is just super cool. I can't believe that even the original tool bag is in really good shape. It's got a little bit of rust staining on it from sitting inside the toolbox for a bajillion years, but yeah, I think these are just some of the coolest things. So also have a couple of additional jets. Trying to see, I can't remember what sizing there, but I've just kind of kept those with it. I've never had any issues with jetting, and everything's always been pretty good as far as checking the spark plug, seeing what that looks like. So let's see, looking underneath, I don't know any drips, leaks, nothing. It's been sitting all winter long, and then fired it up just this last weekend, and yeah, I'll fire it up here in just a second. I'm gonna put all these covers back on, since this is kind of a rotary setup. It's got the carb on the side there, and the air filter's all the way up here, so air comes all the way through, and I just like to make sure it's all buttoned up before I start it, just so I know everything's nice and clean going in. Alright, we got the carb cover all buttoned up, got the oil pump cover buttoned up, of course using the JIS screwdrivers. Don't do the terrible blasphemy of using a Phillips on a JIS. Alright, I think about ready for a startup on this. So, gonna have to try to figure out how to stick my camera somewhere. I am not a videographer or a social media star, so bear with me. Alright, keys on, and let's see, can I get the camera to stay right there? Maybe? Perhaps. All right. Key on. Gas on. Choke is down here. So, give it some choke. Got her fired up, smoking nicely. Again, headlight works. High beam, low beam. I'm in 6-volt system at idle, so take what you can get, I suppose. But it does work, and just chugs away. So nothing too crazy. Obviously not going to be driving around the block right now, but she runs, rides. Let's See, turn signals work better at idle. So turn signals are good. Obviously, again, 6-volt system. That's pretty old, but it all does work. Again, just chooching away, happy as a clam. Runs and idles really nicely right off the bat. Obviously, you can't just rip on the throttle and run until it's a little bit warmed up, but as far as just getting going and plugging away, fantastic. No holes in the exhaust, nothing. And I think that's about wraps her up. So hope you enjoyed this, and gives you a good idea exactly what this Kawasaki F7 175 2-stroke is all about.